Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Brandy. This is Game and Stitch Bee. I just wanted to come on here to give you an update on what I've been working on lately, what I finished, and just give an update since I haven't done so in a while. I have a big stack of things next to me to share with you today. All right, so the first one I have, and these are not in order that I made them, is this pink baby blanket. It's kind of hard to show you the whole thing in frame here, but it's just half double crochets, and then every once in a while I did a row of half double chain, half double, and skip one. And I just put this pretty little border. It's just a single crochet, and then I believe I did chain one and single crochet in the same stitch, and then I skipped one and I repeated that around. And corners I just did single crochet, chain one, single crochet. And this is like a peach Hirschner's yarn that I used with white as the border. So that is going to go to my mother. She takes these to a pregnancy support center, and they go to the women for their babies. And this is where all the blankets that I make, the little ones for babies, go. They're like crib size, and that's what they prefer there. I got this new color called, I believe it's Wildflowers. It's a Hirschner's worsted stripe yarn. And the other color in this is medium gray. This is another little blanket. Let me see if I can, there. This is a corner to corner granny stitch. I'm gonna hold it up so you can see it better. And then on the edges, I just did 3 double crochets into each space. I actually saw this on The Secret Yarnery. That's where I got the pattern from this. And I really love it. And I really enjoyed making that one. So I'll probably make more. The next little blanket I made is, I believe this is an Attic 24 pattern. It was an old cowl. I believe it's called the Wild Coast. And I made it with 3 different colors of blue. Let me get the border. And then I just did a single, I think it's a single crochet border. I'm actually showing you the back. Am I? I lied. I did a half double crochet border, and I'm not showing you the back. I'm showing you the front. But it looks like that. All the blankets I make are about arm length, and I make them about square. And that's the size that the center kind of likes. They want like a little crib size. So that's that one. And then for my recent World of Warcraft video, I was in a location called Terracar, and the place has a lot of greens. So I have 2 different yarns that I got from Hirschner's. I did a big haul of their yarn recently because it was on sale. And since I make a lot for donation, it was a good deal. And I had this variegated green and like a mossy green. And I made a granny stitch blanket, which is a big granny square, but every now and then I broke up the granny square with this mossy green. I'm just looking at my view here to see mossy green. And I just did double crochets all around for that to break it up a bit. But that's what it looks like. And that one's going to get donated as well. And then I had some scrap yarn left over from various projects, and I wanted to try to do a granny rectangle blanket. And so I made this one, and it just happened that most of the colors that I had left over were kind of Christmassy looking. So here's the right side. This is what my blanket turned out. So it started with that big yellow section in the middle, and then grew out with these different colors here. And it is just a granny rectangle. So that one will be donated as well. And then for Warm Up America, I have a couple things to donate that are not blankets. So I had this older Hirschner's like autumn color. I can't remember the exact name of it. It's a sparkle yarn. And I made this shawl. It's really pretty. It just changes color on its own. I didn't control anything with this. And I freehanded this. It's just granny stitches. And then, I don't know, every 4th row or so, I put in a row of just regular double crochet. It may not be every 4th row. I varied it. And then the border stitch around was single crochets around here. And then I just did double crochets, yeah, around there. And that's one shawl. And then I made just a simple granny stitch shawl. Oops, I'm holding it the wrong way here. This is not granny stitch. I am sorry. I am not telling the truth here. This is, I got this from, oh, this is just corner to corner. I'm sorry. This is a corner to corner shawl. I started there and I just worked half of a square essentially. And then I straightened the edge by just filling it in with, you know, stitches to match the height. And that's it. And this was a Halloween color by Hirschner's, Halloween Sparkle. So that one will go to Warm Up America. Sorry if I bumped the camera. And then, I can't remember if I showed this one or not, but I did a set, a hat, just a simple double crochet hat, and a matching cowl. And the cowl I seamed it up in the back, but I made it, it's like a V-stitch cowl. But instead of doing double crochet, chain 1 double crochet, let me see if I can show you better. I just did double crochet. There's no chain here, but I put 2 double crochet in between them to break them up. So it looks like a V-stitch, and I just seamed it in the back, and I'll put it on. It makes a nice warm cowl. And then you have the matching hat, which is a little big on me. I have a small head, but there. I think they look pretty good together. These colors were for when I played World of Warcraft in the Zangamarsh zone. I thought these colors looked really pretty with it. There's a lot of blue and purple. And then I did some knitting. So I do knit and crochet. I do a lot of crochet for donation, but I love to knit hats for donation. I just like them better sometimes than crochet hats. And I did this one recently. I got this purple from Hirschner's, and then this is, I believe this is some leftover of that wildflower yarn that I used earlier. And I just did a 1x1 color work for this. So I just used the purple and did a row of 1x1 color work, and then the next row I just did purple, just the solid purple, and I repeated that until I got to the crown, and then I just divided it up and decreased. I didn't follow any specific pattern. The bottom is a 1x1 rib in a hook size that's 1 hook smaller. And then I did about the same thing for this one. So this hat is like a golden mustard color, and it is worked with another color. It's a stripe color called Spice by Hirschner's. Now, when I got this, I did not know what to do with that yarn. I bought that color on a whim, and it is interesting. Let me just say that. And I spent a long time trying to figure out how to use those colors, and I still have some left over. But as you can see, it's a mix of like red, brown, blue, and yellow, and this orange, and it just repeats, and it is very, very vibrant. And the colors look like Superman ran into a mountain. That's the best way I can describe it. It is very bold. And I knew I couldn't make a baby blanket with just that color. And I decided to pick the yellow color in there. The closest matching color was this. So I decided to make a hat striping it, and it works good. And I did not color control this. It just did this. And I think it looks great. So I may have to do it again with that color to get rid of it. After making all that, I've been pretty loaded up on donation items, and it's that time of year where I'm about to offload them, but I have so many building up right now that I don't want to add more at the moment. I have a ton. My mother will be here in a few weeks, so I will be offloading a bunch of blankets to her, and then, excuse me, and then I can make more. Our library accepts hats and scarves in September and October for a drive here for my local community, so I'll be offloading those then. Then I'll be able to make more, and then whatever I don't offload to them, I'll be donating to Warm Up America. All my shawls will go to Warm Up America. So that being said, I've been taking a break on the donation stuff for a little bit till I can do that. And I got distracted. I haven't made amigurumi in a long time, and I wanted to make some. So the first one I made is this little Mochi Cat. It's super cute. It has a little tail. I found the pattern here on YouTube. I'll try to see if I can find it and link it below. It's a no-sew, and that's what I was looking for. Like, you make the feet, they're little baubles. The little ears you make into this, you don't sew them. And the same with the tail. And it's like chained into here. And then I stitched on the little eyes, the little nose, and then I made some stripes. And he's got little whiskers. Oops. Little whiskers, but my little Mochi Cat. So I made that first, and I really enjoyed it. And then I decided to make a little ghost. I love Halloween. It's getting close. I made this little ghost. I gave him green eyes. And he's just a little puff. And it's all made together, so there's no sew. And I stuffed all my stuffed animals here with scraps, yarn scraps. I have so many, so I just filled them up, and I made sure the stitches were tight enough that it wouldn't show through. Now my ghost, I got dog hair. I feel like that's inevitable when you have pets. My ghost is not white. I don't know if he looks white on camera here, but he is actually cream, and that's all I had, and I'm fine with it. That's what he's gonna be. So then, going along with the Halloween theme, I decided that I wanted to make a bat. And I found a cute pattern for a bat. Now this pattern is made with plush yarn, but I didn't have plush yarn, so I decided to use regular yarn. And he's cute. He's different. But this is what it is. It's a tiny little bat, no sew. I can sew amigurumi. I have no problem with that, but I just wanted something simple. So here's my little bat, his little wings. These are his teeth in his mouth and his little eyes. And that's basically all there is to it. It did not take me long at all. But he'll be sitting up as decoration. Now for my work in progress, Um, I am working on a Halloween themed cardigan for myself. And so far I've only made the back panel, and this is what it looks like. So it's a ripple pattern. It's a ripple cardigan pattern that I found on YouTube, and I'll link it below. It's actually not for a cardigan though. The pattern is for a sweater. So you do a front and back panel of this ripple, and then you make the sleeves and you just attach them all together. But I'm gonna make mine into a cardigan. So I finished this back panel and I'm making the side panels now. And then you make the sleeves in the same ripple pattern. Now, I don't know if I have enough of these colors for all of it. I might be playing yarn chicken. And let me tell you what they are. So this color and this top purple are Big Twist, black, and grape. And I had that left over in my stash. I know I can buy more if I need to as well from Michael's. And then this color is Loops and Threads Soft Classic in just purple. And I can buy more of that too, but I thought they went really good together, and I wear more cardigans than sweaters. I just find the need as I'm growing older to take my cardigans on and off, and so that works better for me sometimes than a sweater. And it's fall time when I'm going to be wearing this, so I don't need a super hot sweater. But I thought that would be a fun, and it's a break from making some of the donation items. After the cardigan's done, I'm not sure what I'll be making. Or yes, I do. I have one thing that I know I'll be making. So right now I'm playing World of Warcraft. I've entered into a new zone that they just released, and it's an island full of snake people. Okay, that's what it is. It's an island full of snake people. So I'm going to make a green amigurumi snake, I think, stuffy for that, just for fun. And then I'm thinking after that I'll probably have donated most of my items here, and then I might start making more donation items. I still have a lot of Hirschner's yarn for my haul to use, and I have one WIP that I've put away, which is it's a granny stitch corner to corner shawl, but I'm making it with a bunch of wool, superwash wool sock yarn and just wool yarn, because I'm trying to de-stash that. I was a very oh, what's the right word I'm looking for? Advent knitter for a long time too. I do both. I crochet and knit. Crochet is my first hobby, and then knitting is my second hobby. And for a while I was on a large stint of knitting garments, that kind of thing with wool, but I have a sensitivity to wool, and no matter how much I try to pretend like I don't, I do. And so I've had to like de-stash some of my wool yarn. I've tried to make things in like acrylic and cotton, and some things I like and some I don't. My skin is pretty sensitive, so I have some wool items and I've de-stashed the rest. I've made wool socks and I can tolerate that just fine. The socks are okay, but I had accumulated so much from shawls and garments and things that I just wanted to use it and donate it to somebody who can tolerate it better. So I had leftover sock yarn. I was making that shawl and I'm still working on it, but I've put it aside. I'm tying in the scraps as I go, and I've made good progress, and when I make more progress on it, I'll probably show it here. If anyone's wondering what this crazy thing is behind me, this is a very well loved scrap corner to corner blanket of craziness that I throw over my lap during the winter while I'm working so I can stay warm. But otherwise, thank you for joining me today. That's all I have, and I should be checking in soon with more projects as I go. Please like this video if you enjoyed it. Please consider subscribing. I have gaming content that I release. I like to game, and I like to mix that with my crochet and knitting, but I'll also be regularly releasing crochet content too separately for anyone who wants to watch that. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.